Before we get into the actual first unboxing of this, I want to show off some items I already got off Aliexpress that were surprisingly decent, and then we'll get to the actual unboxing. So, first thing we have is a Hollow Knight controller stand. It's cheap, 3D printed plastic, and it was like £2. For what it is, it looks really good. The horns look a little bit misaligned, but it holds the controller up, so it does good. The next one we have is this Miku. This was, I think, £2.20, and again, I thought it would look like complete garbage, but it looks exactly like the pictures described, which is a pleasant surprise from any AliExpress order. Anyway, package time, and we have a fair bit. So, let's go for it. I don't know if this is going to contain all of it, or just... oh, it might contain all of it. Yeah, it has everything. So, we have 4 things here. The first one is a Fluttershy. They really bound her up. Yeah, this is not in fact a plushie. This is the new Saran Wrap Fluttershy Subway.
Here's to choice, to making your voice be heard, to getting exactly what you want,
quit poking me with your thing,
especially when you eat. At Subway restaurants, you choose your freshly baked bread, meats, cheese, and veggies to make a sub that's just right for you. Come in and create yours today. Subway, eat fresh.
Yay!
It's £200 and it's full of protein. They really restrained her, didn't they? They actually have tape on everything here. Look at all the tape, man. And bang, there we go. She's a little bit kind of pressed in, but you know what? Doesn't look horrible. The cutie mark looks okay. It's not on both sides, which is a little bit of a downside. Stitching seems fine. There's a little bit of dust on it, but overall, wings are well, they're a little cheaply made. They don't really have anything kind of keeping them up. The hair's not filled with anything, but for a cheap AliExpress order, that is pretty damn cool. And here is the actual listing and price. Next up, we're gonna open this one. The rest of these are going to be anime figures, which means they're either going to look surprisingly good, or they are going to look like garbage, and I can't wait to find out which one that's going to be. It's Madoka! This one actually, again, looks... yeah. It doesn't look as if there's any issues with it. That's surprisingly really good quality for like a really cheap figure. I don't like these stands. These stands always annoy me because they're usually bigger than the figure. What I don't get is that we have this bit for the foot to go in, and then there's this bit here, but yeah, like the foot doesn't really rest on that. But yeah, that's surprisingly really good for a like couple of quid. Anyway, there is the listing and the price for what I paid for it. Would I say it's worth the money? yes, actually, I would say that that was worth the money. Same with the Fluttershy, it was worth the tiny amount of money I paid for it. Next is this one. Is it going to be a dud, or is it going to look good? That is a lot of bubble wrap. Am I going to get to go through the process of popping it for ages? Oh, no, it's actually quite nicely wrapped. We have Bulma, original Bulma. Again, the packaging is not too bad. Plastic wrap's a little interesting. I'm gonna get this out. I don't know why they put that in separate wrapping, but okay. Okay, this one's a little very obviously cheaply made. You can see in the details of the face that it's not great, but this was fairly cheap, like everything else. Okay, so that is a really cheap looking figure. There's the listing, there's the price. Not great, but also not a lot of money, so would I say it's worth it? Yeah, I mean, you're getting what you pay for, really. The Fluttershy was a lot better. That Madoka is probably the best one I've had yet. This one is a bigger package, not as big as the Fluttershy, but okay, you can already take a guess at what this is. For some reason, this is the box. This, yeah, this is the box. This is the box that the figure would normally come in. Okay. This is so much packaging just left around my whole desk, man. Ah. So, again, I'm going with the stand first. This has one little bit to keep them on. I don't like the bigger base, but we'll see. Let's get him out. It's Kafka from Kaiju number 8. That is surprisingly decent. These little bits are a little weird, but for what it's worth, it doesn't look horrible. We have 2 bits for the feet when there's only 1 slot to put it in, so I'm going to try and slot that in. Oh. Am I getting it? There we go. So it only has the 1 like actual slot, which makes it a little loose, but yeah. It's not the greatest quality I've seen, but it's also not the worst. That is the listing and the original price. Would I say this is worth the money? Yeah. I mean, again, there are bits, if you look closely, you'll notice it's kind of cheap, but at the same time, it is a really cheap figure, so it makes sense why that one would be fairly cheap. This one is noticeably cheaply made, but again, you're not paying much to even get it in the first place. Madoka is a very surprising one. It actually looks really good, especially for the extremely low price. I'm really happy with that. And of course, the Fluttershy, which, like a lot of cheap plushies that aren't officially made, doesn't have the cutie mark on both sides, but that's fine. Generally speaking, this isn't horrible. So, verdict, what one of these is most worth buying? Well, this one would be a bit hard to quantify. It's a plush, these are figures, and all of that, but this one is probably not as worth it as the Madoka. The Madoka is easily the best quality we've got here. It was one of the lower priced items, I'm sure, and that quality is great. It's just like the picture. And that is the 4 items we have from AliExpress.